Hey y'all, what's going on? Um, yeah, my name is Stephen Foster, also known as DJ Hayes, and yeah, I have the coronavirus, y'all. I was actually I'm gonna give y'all the whole breakdown. Like, shoot, it actually started about 2 weeks ago where I was having symptoms, and like my first set of symptoms was like headaches. So I was telling my roommate about it, and I he was telling me to take like Tylenol and stuff like that. He was like, "Yo, you probably catching a cold, man. You need to catch that thing before it gets crazy." So, um, yeah. So it was. I was taking Tylenol. It was like a Tylenol strength, like 6 hours, and it was good. I felt like a new man, you know. And then it like, but after the 6 hours it would like wear off and it would be back to square one. So this is when it started getting really bad. It was probably like 5 or 6 days later of this back and forth headache. And one day I was working out and felt good. A couple times after I was lifting and stuff like that, I would get short breath, and then I would drink some water, and I was straight. Worked out, got into the sauna, felt like a new man. Then I started Ubering. I was Ubering until like 11:30 p.m. And enough was enough. I couldn't take it anymore. So, because I was starting to get dizzy, I was lightheaded. I had a headache. And so I got some food. I parked my car. I had to walk up the hill. But when I started walking up the hill to my apartment, I could not breathe at all. So I ate some food. I tried to pop some NyQuil. Or, no, I'm sorry, not pop NyQuil. It was NyQuils. And it didn't work. When I woke up, I still had the headache. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor wanted to give me an x-ray because they said that they wanted to check my airways. So when they seen the x-ray, they said that it was a viral infection, and they've never seen it before. So they thought I had COVID. But what they did was they prescribed me some medicine, they gave me an inhaler, and they gave me some bronchitis medicine, and they also gave me codeine. Let me tell you, first of all, that stuff didn't work. It felt like the inhaler didn't work. So my symptoms were short of breath, like I couldn't breathe, like it was bad. Like it was like I couldn't turn on my sides. The more I talked, I was short of breath, so it was hard for me to talk. So I didn't like to talk. I had a headache. I had a temperature. Um, I was getting body aches, getting chills when I woke up. Yeah, the whole nine. So, like, I mean, the medicine, I don't know. Like the what they prescribed me didn't. It felt like it didn't work. To me, it didn't. The only thing that felt like it worked was the Tylenol strength. That felt like that helped me. The inhaler, I don't know why. But so, anyways, they said, listen, quarantine yourself for 14 days. If it gets any worse, then you need to go to the hospital. About 2, 3 days later, I'm just in the bed and it doesn't feel like it's getting any better. And I was just tired of having the short of breath. So I went to the hospital. I took myself. Went to the doctor. They gave me an x-ray again, and they seen the viral infection. So when you're at the hospital, you have to get admitted into the hospital for them to actually be able to see you to get tested for COVID. And so they seen the viral infection. They said, okay, we definitely think you have COVID. So we're going to admit you in the hospital and you're going to get checked. So what they do is they put like the little the little thing up your nose, and it's like a thick piece, and they stick it up. Like, it made my nose bleed. It was bad. But anyways, so I got admitted into the hospital. Went overnight, and they said that it would take a couple days. And I don't know. They just the stuff they were doing in the hospital, I was doing at home. So I'm like, man, I'm just wasting money right now. Like, I could be at home. So that next day, like later that afternoon, they said I can go home. They said, quarantine yourself. If you do have it, then you need to stay quarantined 7 days after you took the test. A couple days later, found out that I did have the coronavirus, COVID. So, but by the time they were telling me that, I was starting to feel better, and I could actually start taking deep breaths. I was not coughing as much and stuff like that. So, but in the meantime, when they told me that, I had different doctors calling me from different companies trying to ask me questions, like how the symptoms, how I was feeling when I felt it, when I started feeling it, how I feel now, what was I taking, blah, blah, blah. So like I was like an experiment, man. Like, yeah, it was crazy. So I feel better. I feel a lot better. I still have a little cough. I don't know if it's like 100% gone away, but I feel better. And like, I'm reading all these stories. Listen, y'all, the corona thing, it is real deal. Dead serious. It's nothing to play with. Stay quarantined, y'all. Keep the mask on. Even if you feel like you have a cough, go get checked out. I'm reading all these stories about people unfortunately passing away from this, and I could see how, like with that not breathing thing. That thing is serious. I went through it. It's bad. It can get really bad. Now, some people don't have symptoms. Some symptoms are minor. I guess it's different in everybody. But I'm telling you, I went through a bad stage with that, and it was 2 weeks. So take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Go to the doctor if you're feeling anything at all. Okay? Hey, if you have any questions, just hit me up, and I'll be glad to help y'all out, walk y'all through what I went through. Be safe, y'all.